Welcome back to this Guild Wars Let's Play. You're with Sambo and Seraphis Heals a Lot, and as always joining us is the vivacious, the violet-clad Regina Lacerda. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you today, Sambo?
Very well. It's been an awesome week, and in fact it was made even more awesome by the fact that I saw you in real life on, what was it, Saturday night?
I know.
How fun was that?
It doesn't happen often that we get it to actually see each other face to face, but
I know.
It was good to be able to see you.
Yes, and you know what, folks? Let me just say that if you think Reggie gives me heaps in-game, you've got no idea. It's about triple the amount she gives me in real life. Thank you very much for that. And we were at a friend's place playing...
Oh, it's always my pleasure to hang grief on you.
Yeah, of course it is. Thanks very much. I think it's your lot in life, and it's my lot in life to receive it. We went to a poker night, and we had a fine meal cooked by our friends, and it was a joy to see you in real life. So, as always, though, it's almost as much fun seeing you in the game in the wonderful world of Ascalon. And here we are. If you might remember last episode, folks, we ended up in a place called Foible's Fair, and we're not there now, obviously. That's because we've just taken a quick trip back here to Ascalon City to pick up a couple of important quests. One from the Prince Rurik here, so let's get right onto it. Oh, in fact, he's got two, Reggie. I forgot about that. Interesting. So
He's got two, does he? I haven't clicked on him yet.
Yeah, there we go. Char in the
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so
In the
that's
catacombs.
another. Yeah, again, I forgot that we had to go back there. Interesting. All right. And,
Yeah, I forgot as well.
And Char at the gate, a group of Char. Now, for those of you watching at home
I
that don't know,
remember Char at the gate.
same here.
I love that quest.
It's an iconic one, isn't it? It's so cool. A group of Char, which are a bunch of mobs, have broken through the gates, and of course, there's a ring of gates around the outside of Ascalon City. And we have to meet him at the gate. So I say we'll probably leave that one to a bit later. What do you reckon? That's probably...
I think you do have to be a bit higher level than we currently are to be able to do that one. I remember it being a really cool quest, but also a really hard one. Yeah,
totally agree with that. All right, I'm all ready to rock now. I'm pretty sure, as you reminded me earlier, there's another quest from the Baron who's up top, I think, in the centre of town. Another one to pick up there.
There is, yes, if we can find him.
If we can find him. Now, let me explain something.
Just hold down Alt and we'll find him.
Oh, actually, yeah, you did right there. He is Baron Egan. I found him. Clicking on him now. Now, actually, for you guys watching at home, Reggie and I have something that we have to admit to you, and that is that we actually have already filmed an episode up in the snow. You might remember me talking about the snow in last week's episode, and you can see on my map here it's all opened up down the bottom. That's because we filmed an entire episode roaming around and doing questing in the snow, and then through a technical glitch we actually lost the episode, and we were so upset about it. But hey, we get right back on the horse and ride it, of course. So what we're going to do is we'll pick up these quests here in Ascalon, and then we're going to map travel over here to Foible's Fair, and we're going to quickly duck into the snow area again just so you can see it, because it's absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful area, and you definitely want to be questing there if you're new to the game. And while we're over that way, we're going to move north a little bit up this road and pick up some bear pelts for another quest that we have, and then we're going to head over into the east area over here where, Reggie, you've got a class quest or a profession quest to do, haven't you?
I do have a profession quest, and you should have a profession quest that needs to be done as well, don't you, Sambo?
Actually, that's a really good point. I do. Look at that. A new monk trainer, and I'm guaranteeing that's going to be in Ashford Abbey, and yes, it is. So I think we do your one first, though. So, all right, anyway, pick up another couple of quests from Baron Egan. Of course, like most other games, as you begin to level up, you definitely start to, more quests start appearing. So you're going to find more and more all over the place. You're going to have a very full quest log. As you can see there, we've got lots and lots. And this is the one we were talking about, getting a bear pelt for the Little Thom's big cloak. So I say, Reggie, now that we've picked up all those quests, and thank you for spotting them, let's map travel to Foible's Fair. There we go. As you guys at home know, you can just simply click on somewhere that you've already been, and we insta-travel there. No running around if you don't want to. Of course, the option is still there if you do want to run there, if you enjoy the scenery. But when we do travel, I'm pretty sure... Oh, hang on. Do we stay in a party when we travel from city to city? No.
No, we lose each other.
All right. And I think we spoke about this last time, didn't we? As to why on earth the game drops you out of party when you map travel. And there's an invite for you, by the way. Thank you. No idea why that
I'm sure there's a very good reason for it, but as what that reason is,
Yep.
I can't actually think what it might be. Yeah.
No, neither can I. But never mind, we've both made it. We're both back in the party. We have done the questing here already, unfortunately, so sorry about that, folks. Of course, if there was any way we could recover that, we would, but there isn't. So what we'll do is we'll quickly pop out the front and take a little...
I'm thinking technical glitch, or maybe Sambo, did something so that you couldn't hear the ribbon that I gave him.
Listen to her. Don't believe a word she says, folks. Although I must admit, she did give me stick in the entire episode, so kind of a small blessing that it got lost into the ether. There you go. Anyhow, we did fight lots of these guys, and if you have a look in your inventory when you've been fighting these guys, you'll probably find some icy lodestones there. They're definitely something that you need to collect, because a collector will take those off you and you'll get lots of nice gear, so definitely don't sell those. But this
the pity
area...
about fighting those guys, though, is that they don't leave a corpse, so I can't get my little bone horrors out of them.
Oh, that's right, your pet Fidos.
Yeah, my pet Fidos.
So you have to have a flesh and bone victim in order to get that, don't
flesh
you?
and bone corpse to have it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and Reggie does like her pets, we know that. So, as you can see on this mini map...
Yeah, like my pet Sambo.
Yeah, you got your pet Sambo, whatever. Whatever. Listen to her cackling away maniacally. You sure there's not a class in this game called Evil Witch? Because, you could be that quite happily. Listen to her. Good Lord.
If there was a class, I would pick it.
Yeah, that'd be right too. Looking at our map, guys, you can see here we've opened up quite a large area. We won't go too far in, but we just wanted to pop in. Should we go look at the structure in the middle, Reggie, and then we'll head back?
I think we should go into this. Into that structure is beautiful there.
Yeah.
I mean, the graphics in this game are amazing.
Hang on, something weird's happened there. Not sure what's going on. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. For some strange reason, my game alt-tabbed. So now what were we talking about? We were talking about this awesome structure up ahead. Because it's so...
We were having a look at the graphics of the game.
Yeah, which have held up
really
so well.
held well with time.
Yeah, and look at that, folks. It's such an epic structure. It's so cool around here. Now, if I remember rightly, Reggie, this woman up here is an elementalist. Right, so now actually you'd know because you've had an elementalist. Is this where you'd come if you were to do your elementalist class profession quest? I'm pretty sure it is.
It is. This is... Right. My first character, the original, was an elementalist, and I do remember doing some training with this lady in quite this beautiful snow-clad area.
Right, perfect. So there you go, folks. I'll have a look on the map. There it is, right in the centre. There's the structure. That's where you need to come if you are an elementalist. Now, we won't hang about in here, but we just wanted to show you how pretty it was. It actually, in my opinion, gets prettier the further you go in, because there gets to be a whole bunch of sort of tundra and grass and the trees, and then of course on the other side of it, it starts turning back into the autumn landscape. Definitely worth running around. You can see how large it is. There's a trail that follows and winds its way all the way back to Green Hills County. Definitely worthwile. So there you go.
Do we want to just have a quick little look at the tunnel that's over here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Just have a quick run around, because it's a beautiful...
It is a beautiful
tunnel.
area.
Where was it? I think it was back through here.
Yeah, it's an easy area to get lost in. Yeah. And in fact,
it's all white.
Well, that's true. I've spent heaps of time being lost in here, so it's actually a really good idea of Reggie's to point out where this tunnel is, because you need to know where it is if you're actually going to get anywhere in the game, believe it or not. And give Reggie the old heal. And of course, remembering too about the differences between hexes and enchantments. I've chosen a mesmer as my secondary profession, which means I'm doing a lot of things that hex the targets. And you probably can't see it down on my skill bar at the bottom there, but there's a lot of downward pointing triangles. Of course, that indicates that there's a hex ticking away, or that skill is a hex. And of course, if I click on Reggie there and give her a heal, you'll see on that icon there's an upward pointing yellow arrow, and you'll see it appear here on the party list. That means that there's basically an enchantment, or as other games call it, a buff. So that's how you can tell the difference between something good on you and something bad. Nice and simple.
I'm just trying to find this tunnel that we're looking for, and I can't quite remember which way round it is.
Actually, I think it's the other way. I think it's back towards the southeast.
I could believe that.
Yeah, pretty sure it is. Oh, look at that! Another icy lodestone has dropped. You never have enough of those. Make sure Reggie's got a heal going on, because you can see she's got a hex over her there. Now we've of course put an enchantment.
I actually put a self-heal on myself, and then I got your heal, so I got double healed.
Oh, yep, nice. That's right. I forget, you've got that weird named one, haven't you? The Troll Nugent or whatever it's
called.
Troll Ungent. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Nugent.
I never know how to pronounce it. There we go, a couple of icy lodestones and a longbow. Now, very briefly, of course, you may remember from our last episode, you'll notice that this longbow is unidentified. I have an identification kit that we bought from the merchant, so double click on the kit, double click on the longbow, and that will expose that longbow stats. Now, Reggie, this is a longbow probably better suited to you. I don't know if you want it. It's got piercing damage 6 to 9 and an additional plus 12% damage when you're in a stance. Is that better than what you've got?
Yes, please.
Oh,
yes,
that's
please.
good for you. All right. So here's another reminder to everyone watching at home, of course, as to how you can trade. You select somebody and you click on the trade button, and then, of course, like most other MMOs, just simply drag the item into the trade window and submit that offer, and hopefully that'll come up on Reggie's screen. There you go.
It has. I don't really have anything that is worth counter-offering.
No problem. We're happy to
Unless
give
you
away
want
things.
a water wand that's 4 to 6.
No, that's okay. We'll just leave
I'll
it.
keep that one.
We'll
Okay.
just leave it at the fact that you owe me, because I actually prefer that a whole lot more. Finally, I've got one over.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right, so let's.
Really, you still owe me a car.
You know what? I thought she'd forgotten about the car. Damn it. Although I'm never going to say the M word ever again, of course. But never mind. All right, so am I leading us on a wild goose chase? Yes, I am.
It's possible.
It is possible. You know what? It's so hard to find that cave. Maybe we should leave it so that we don't give the entire game away.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably have to come across it at another point.
Yeah, I'd say so. But I'm pretty sure, just to give you guys a hint, in fact, there it is. I can see it from here. We won't go there, but we can actually look at it across the gap here, I think.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, there it is. So let's have a look at the map. You can see the direction I'm pointing in. So obviously it's over to the south of us, and that's where you need to head. Yay! All right. So
Lovely.
Onwards with our quests. We've got Little Thom's big cloak. That's what we were going to do. So we need to acquire a bear pelt. Now, Reggie, you seem to remember that bear pelts was sort of north of Foible's Fair here in the green area. Is that right?
Yeah, I do believe that bears were roaming in the green area more than up in the snow.
All right. Let's head there. Now, of course, we have an option. We could actually map travel to Foible's Fair to get there very quickly. Or we could just run there. But hey, in the interest of looking at the beautiful scenery, I think it's not going to take us very long to run there. And look, I've got to say, Reggie,
No, we're nearly there already.
Well, we are, and every time we play this game, I just absolutely love it. It's such a relaxing and thoroughly enjoyable game to play. But as we said earlier, it just stands the test of time so well. It just looks so pretty, and it runs so well.
It does,
on
and the
any
music
machine.
is beautiful as well.
Oh, don't start me on the music. Seriously, I absolutely adore the music. As I said last week, I own all the soundtracks. And by the way, for those of you who didn't watch last week's episode, if you're interested in the soundtrack, look up the composer's name. It's Jeremy Soule, that's S-O-U-L-E. And you may well be familiar with some of the other soundtracks he's done to other games, namely the Oblivion soundtrack. And I'm sure you'll agree that that's one of the most iconic game soundtracks that's out there. Same guy. Very talented, and it's the music in this game that certainly brings back memories.
I see a bear already.
Oh, look at that! Woohoo! So she
Anna's
was
about
right.
to attack me.
She was right. There are bears here.
Now, I seem to remember, though, the bear pelt is a random drop for the bear, so just because you get a bear doesn't mean you get the bear pelt.
Right, like so many other MMOs as well. And look at that! We got one!
And in saying that...
We get one. Now, has that updated for your quest as well?
Now, do we both need to go... Well, I'm just going to have a look, because... Okay, it hasn't crossed out that it...
My one says that I have to take a bear pelt to Alison the Tanner in Ashford. What does your one say?
Okay, mine just says that I still have to acquire a bear pelt.
Oh, damn. All right. I guess it makes sense that we need
That's
one
all right.
each.
I'm going to follow some red dots here.
Right, and
Ooh, red iris flower.
And Reggie's always getting those flowers. You have such good luck. But that's another good point, actually, that Reggie made. If you're ever looking for
flowers.
mobs, of course you do. If you're ever looking for mobs, look for the red dots on your minimap. You don't necessarily have to scan the actual countryside. And any of those red dots are going to be mobs that you can attack. So it's nice and handy. Oh, now sadly, no pelt?
No bear pelt that time.
But I
do see another bear.
Yeah, there we go. And this is such an interesting and nice zone as well, by the way. I mean, okay, it's not the snow, but it's still really cool. I like it. Now, I probably shouldn't be attacking so close, so I'm going to click on the ground over there and get out of the way. Oh, the bear's following me. It likes me.
Of course the bear's going to follow you. You're a healer.
Now that's another good point. Thank you for bringing that up. Just like in other games, of course, if you're a healer, you're going to generate aggro, which means that the mobs are going to be extremely attracted to you, and so you have to go a little bit easier with your heals, because otherwise you're going to pull all the attention. And of course, because we're so squishy, we don't necessarily want that all the time. And another thing too, of course, I'm noticing that any of my abilities that I'm using, they are very high on the energy cost. And as Reggie and I have spoken about, there you go, you see it says not enough energy. One big aspect of playing the game and the strategy of the game, of course, is making sure that you're using your spells effectively and that you're not running out of energy, because I'm sure you'll agree, Reggie, when you most need energy is probably exactly when you go to use a skill and you've got no energy and you die.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
there's nothing like trying to put a heal on yourself and not having any energy to do so.
That's right. It's the worst thing ever. Still no bear pelt for you?
Still no bear pelt for me.
Goodness me. Well, we were lucky to get that on the first drop, to be honest. I've never seen that happen before. But
well, if you've got a bear pelt, we could still hand the quest in.
We could, but surely we want to get one for us both. Can't do that. And
well, there's 2 more bears around the corner here.
Gosh, you remember that?
Oh, I've got this bandit's attention.
Oopsie. But
and I do love the costumes of even the villains in this game. The mobs in this game.
Couldn't agree more.
They put attention to detail.
Yeah, and again, even considering the age of the game, it looks so awesome. It still holds up. And of course, the further you get on into the game, the better and more elaborate the costumes get. And I think we were speaking earlier, Reggie, that one of the great things about the game is that each of the factions in the game, and of course each of the zones, tend to have their own look in terms of the armour. You'd agree with that?
They do, absolutely.
So it's very easy to tell by just looking at a character, either another player or an enemy. You can look at their armour and tell exactly what zone they're from. And of course the other thing...
Where they've come from in the game.
Yeah, well, the other part of it too, unfortunately you guys weren't around when we filmed this episode, we managed to pick up a vial of yellow dye, which you can see there hovering over. Whoa, that bear really liked me. Stay away, I tell you. And of course the dye is the other great component. A pair of bears. The dye is another great little meta game within Guild Wars, because dyes drop randomly off all sorts of mobs. Oh, now I've got the attention of someone else as well. And Reggie needs a heal. Now again, got to make sure I save my energy to make sure we've got enough to heal us both. So I'm going to lay off the attacking for now, just use my auto attack. But yes, dyes in the game are another economy boosting item.
Bell pelt.
Oh, you got one, well done.
I did.
And of course, they're also a mark of prestige, because of course some of the dyes, some of the colours are very rare, and I think we may have talked about it last episode, but for example, a black dye, if you can get a black one, they are very rare. So if you ever see a character running around, or a player running around rather, with an all black outfit, they're certainly able to show off about that. There's a number of prestige. Oh, and look at that! Reggie's brought out her little friends.
It's
Hello,
Fido.
Bonehorror. That's classic. Alright, so I think...
you need a vial of dye per item of clothing. So if you've got your boots, your body torso, your armor, arms, they all need to be separately dyed.
Right, of course. So it's not just one vial of dye, is it? It's more like sort of 4 or 5.
No.
Let's, of course, unless you want to mix and match the colours, which you can do. There's no reason why you can't do that.
But then your armour wouldn't be all purple.
Well, that's right. Of course, being Reggie, that would be a total misnomer. Couldn't have that now.
Exactly.
And there's another enchanted lodestone. Make sure you collect those if they drop, once again, to be able to hand into collectors. And you might notice that these bone horrors, their health is going down. I'm trying to heal them to keep them alive. Oh, one died. Because they do just die over time unless you keep them healed. Alright, so what are we going to do now? We're going to head back and start doing your quest.
Should we hand in the bear pelts?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Where do they need to be held? Alison the Tanner in Ashford. Oh, I remember. Yeah, she's just wandering around the town, isn't she?
She was, yes.
In the centre there. So, yeah, let's go through this portal up here maybe because we're nice and close.
Oh, there goes the other bone horror.
Oh, died. Never mind.
It's alright, I'll get another one.
Of course you will, because Reggie does love animating her corpses, of course.
It's a newfound hobby of mine.
Oh, good lord. Good lord. Alright, folks, so as you can probably...
Unfortunately, though, if your character dies, I won't be able to get a bone horror from your corpse.
Oh, and you would do that, though, wouldn't you? If I died and you could get a bone corpse out of me,
Just
you would.
slightly.
Yeah, right. On the way to handing in this quest, we've just noticed there's another quest here we can pick up. And a good 500 XP. Water from the healing
My character's
sprig.
starting to do.
Such a sprig. Oh, look, this one's actually in Regent Valley, Reggie. And, of course, Regent Valley is where we're headed to do your class quest. So that's very good. Now, don't forget, folks, when you pick up a new quest, it does update your quest log and minimap. So you need to go back and change it to the one you're on. And you'll see on my mission map up here, we've got a flashing green asterisk. That's where we need to head in order to hand in this pelt quest. And it looks to me like
I'm just going to pick up this RS flower first.
Oh yes, Reggie and her flowers. Good lord. But notice as I hover over these icons, it actually shows that they are collectors. And in this case, very near where we're going to hand in, there is a worn belt collector. Now, it just so happens, if we look in my inventory, I do have 4 worn belts. So it'll be interesting to see what this collector has for us, because quite often you get a lot of unique gear from the collectors, and you definitely want to get as much of it as you can. So here we go, Alison the Tanner. Little Thom's big cloak. Ah, that's a lovely pelt. Wait here, please. Right, so there's yet another step in Little Thom's big cloak, which is that we have to go to the Barradins estate in Green Hills County and deliver the cloak to Little Thom. Now, I definitely remember the Barradin estate. I'm imagining that you do as well, Reggie. It's out in
It's coming back to me.
Yep, out in the middle of the wops there. And here we are, Humphrey's the collector. So let's have a look here. Oh, he's got the belt pouch. Now, we've been complaining for ages that we need to get a belt pouch because that will give us an extra 5 slots in our inventory. And this is the guy that sells one, and unfortunately it costs 5 worn belts, and I only have 4. How many have you got?
Well, I have 5, and I grabbed a belt pouch, but guess what I already have?
What, you're kidding? You have a belt pouch already?
Yeah, so I've just dropped it on the ground. Would you like it?
Oh my goodness, how on earth, how did you get one?
I think I may have done a little bit of cheating, and with the scale fins, just exchanged them for one when you weren't looking.
I see, that would make sense. And now you're being guilted into giving me a belt patch. That's very nice of you, though. Thank you very much, Reggie. Look at that on the ground there. We just picked that up, and that can now be dragged over to that belt pouch slot. And as you can see, I can click on it there, and that holds another 5 items. So that's a very good point that Reggie makes, though, which is that you can either... obviously, a number of collectors actually sell these belt pouches in this starting area, and they can be either the... which shells were they again, sorry?
The scale fin.
Oh, the scale fin, that's right. It's obviously scale fins.
Those little guys near the river outside of Ascalon City.
That's right, or worn belt. So that's really good to know, actually. Thank you very much. Oh, God, now I'm in debt to Reggie. Oh, dear. I don't like that feeling.
2 cars?
2 cars. Oh, listen to her, William. All right, so now I think it's time for us to go and do your quest, I'd say.
Shall we go to Regent Valley?
Let's go to Regent Valley. And just having a look on the map, you can see there's a road that leads over here to the southeast, and there's a portal there that will lead us into this area down the bottom, and that is in fact the Regent Valley area. And the other good thing, of course, is
we haven't been in here yet, so this will open up a new exploration area for us as well.
Some new scenery for us to have a look at, and of course we got a quest to take us in there as well, which I think is called the Hunter's Horn. There it is. So the Hunter's Horn is the one I'm going to activate, and just out of interest, it says I've fashioned a horn which I'd like you to give to Aiden. The horn must be bathed in the water of a healing spring. So if we look in our inventory, we've actually got a Hunter's Horn in our quest items there. So we're going to have to find a healing spring and bathe it in there and then deliver it to someone else. And you'll see on my main map with that quest selected that the Regent Valley has lit up. So, and you also notice there's a little green arrow here. That's where we need to head, because that's where the instance entrance is, the portal to that particular explorable area. That's where we need to head to. So selecting Regina, pressing the space bar, auto following her and letting her do all the work. Hey, now by the way,
like always,
listen to her. I only have a couple of monk skills on my hotbar. I'm imagining you've only got a couple of hunter ones as well, but that's probably going to change after you've done this profession quest of yours. Is that how we get more skills up front? I'd imagine so.
I'd say it would, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
There we go. Now I remember this area very well. For a start, look how pretty it is. You got the
so pretty.
It is. You've got the sun rays coming down.
The sunlight coming through the trees.
I know, it's beautiful, and the autumn tones. And of course, we have a new type of mob here, the Carrion Devourer. This definitely starts bringing back all sorts of memories for me. And by the way, there's a fort over that way. If you ever need to get to a fort in the quest lines, which you will later on, you can shortcut up here. Just a quick tip for those of you who are playing at the same time. But in this case, we need to carry on down the path, and we need to find ourselves a spring. And I'm sure I remember where it is from memory. It's funny how you never forget the places that you really like, isn't it? Oh, lots of gold, lots of XP. Another reminder for you guys, hit the H key, brings up the heals window there, and that's where your experience bar is. So you see sort of 2/3 of the way along. We're both level 4, so we'll be hitting level 5 soon.
Now this looks to be my ranger training.
It is, look at that, Master Ranger, and right next to it is a collector. Oh, the collector will take a devourer egg. Interesting, dull carrot. Oh! Did you just level up?
I just leveled up.
You did.
I did.
Welcome to level 5. Well, not welcome, I'm not there, but congratulations. No doubt you've got yourself some extra skill points.
Got a new quest out of that as well. I've got a couple new skills, and I've also got a new quest. One of them, it looks like I have to get a pet.
Oh, so you do have a pet class. I'm extremely jealous. I love pet classes. Well done. That's fantastic. Good on you. Well, if you like, because I'm looking at our quest, which is the Hunter's Horn, and I'm opening my big map, and I can see the asterisk to the due south of us. But if you like, is there somewhere you need to go for your quest first in order to... I mean, I think we'd much rather do that and get your pet.
It says that I have to find a shrine of Melandru's statue along the path in the woods.
All right,
but it doesn't have a...
I know where that is.
A great
I know
tip
exactly
for me.
where that is.
Do you?
Yep, it's right over the other side. In fact,
should I follow you?
Well, if you trust me, I'm looking at it. I think I remember. So I think to get there we go round this way. Pretty sure. But look how pretty it is. You know what? Even if it's the wrong way, we're going to have heaps of fun. It's just a joy to run through this game. As I said before, it's so relaxing to play.
Hey, as long as there's mobs to have a beating on, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you've got XP and gold flowing in and there's pretty things to look at, we're happy. Another thing too, got to say that Guild Wars is a great game in terms of the way you can play it and whether or not you play with others. Now, for a start, in my opinion, there should be absolutely no reason why you wouldn't have Guild Wars installed on your hard drive. Why? Well, because aside from the initial purchase price, and let's face it, today you can pick up Guild Wars extremely cheaply because it's getting a bit long in the tooth now in terms of game years. You can buy it off Steam, or you can probably pick it up at your local store.
But not playability.
No, not playability. And in fact, it still remains, to me, one of the most playable games ever. But once you've bought the game...
It's definitely my favourite.
Yay! Once you've bought the game, you do not have to pay a sub. And I think that's a really important thing to remember. You know, most MMOs have like a $15 American, a US dollar $15 sub per month. This game is totally free to play at any time once you've purchased it. And the same goes for all the expansions. Yes, you have to buy an expansion just like in any other game. But once you've got it forever. So, like I said, there's really absolutely no reason not to have it on your hard drive. And not only that, but of course, if you wish, you can play through pretty much the entire game solo. The game is soloable. Yes, you're going to miss out on some of the events and items that you really do need a party, but it's totally viable to get through the entire game solo. Having said that, though, there is absolutely nothing like playing this game with a good friend, because it's just such a relaxed pace at the beginning. And
or even a friend like me.
Or even a friend like you that's not a nice friend, that's right. There's absolutely no reason why you can't play it with just another person as a co-op.
There's a big shiny statue over here.
Yeah, I think that's where you needed to go. Never mind me, I'm just beating up mobs over here. I'm fine. It's okay.
Oh, let me know if you need a hand.
Oh, that's so kind of you. So yes, unlike Reggie, if you were to play with someone who actually cares and you're teaming up, is lots of fun to be had. Lots of mild-paced fun as well. It's nice and relaxing to play, and there's no rush in Guild Wars. Having said that, though, there are certainly moments in the game where you're having to manage your energy and choose the right set of skills. There's a lot of strategy involved. Certainly times where you'll be stressed out to the max, but it's nicely balanced with lots of fun and just relaxing roaming about like we're doing now, adventuring out in the wilderness. Now, have I led you to the right spot? Is this where you need to go?
You have. I've found the statue, and it's telling me I have to charm one of Melandru's stalkers, and I'm giving that a try. Please don't try and hurt it.
Alright, so we're not going to attack this.
It's hurting me, though.
I know, so we'll keep up the heals.
Oh,
and look at that. So we've healed
yeah, I've got
Reggie.
a pet.
And, wow, you do have a pet. So, for those of you who play WoW, of course, this is probably going to be very familiar, where you have to go out into the wild and basically charm or tame a pet. I'd imagine it was the same thing that Reggie just did. And what? Oh, we've got a grawl out there. I forget all this area, you know. It's so pretty. And look at that. You can see it all opening up.
It is.
I think... is that all you have to do, by the way? Do you have to go hand that in, or is that pet yours now?
Let me just see. I do have to return to the ranger for my reward.
Okay, because if you have a look at your main map there, you'll see we're very close. Hang on, if I've got... Which one have I got? The Hunter's Horn. We're close to handing that in. Let's go back.
First?
No, let's go back and hand your one in, and then we'll finish off the episode by popping down to the south there and handing in the Hunter's Horn. In fact, I'll stay out here and have a little bit of an explore while you go and hand in your quest, and we'll kill some grawl while we're here.
Sure.
There's a moss spider.
Don't get too beaten up without me.
I'll try my best. At least we've got some heals up our sleeve. Now, another thing I've noticed, folks, while I've been doing combat is that you may remember I'm a mesmer as my secondary profession, and a lot of my abilities tend to use a whole bunch of energy. And so I've got to be really careful about what I use. So that's why I'm using auto attacks a lot. And of course, auto attack is the space bar, because of course those attacks don't use up my energy. So I've got to really finely manage myself, because I don't ever want to be in a position where I can't heal either myself or Reggie. So as a consequence of that, of course, it's taking me a bit of a while to beat down these mobs, but that's okay. We'll get there eventually.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
Either that or just lie there unconscious till I can come back and resurrect you.
Yes, well, we all know how that works, because you let that happen to me in the last episode.
You let yourself die.
Okay, I see. There's a difference, is there? Right.
Oh, yeah.
I like to think of it as allowing myself to die in order for you to demonstrate the resurrection signet. Anyhow, we'll leave that one.
Yes.
I don't think she buys it. I don't think she buys it one bit. Alright, nearly killed these two guys off. There we go. No loot dropped off then. Maybe there's some for Reggie, who knows. And whereabouts is she? Anything going on over at your end?
Gone the scenic route to get back to you.
Oh, I see. Nothing wrong with that. If you're playing this game, you might as well enjoy the scenery, if you ask me.
Well, that's just code for me saying I took a wrong turn.
Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, there you have it, folks. Brutal honesty.
Hey, it's a rare thing will I admit that I'm wrong.
It is, and in this case we got it on film and in public for all to see.
I know.
Good Lord.
Foolish me.
Now, another thing you guys might notice is that our party members window has actually stretched out a bit, and we've got a third person on there. Of course, what that actually is Reggie's pet. So what that means is that I can select that pet and actually heal it for Reggie, which is really good. All right, now I'm going to try and come back.
I'm going to call it Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty. Can you actually name the pets in this game? I honestly can't remember.
That's a really good question.
Maybe if you
I'm sure it has a really good answer.
Yeah. There she is. Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
All right. Let's go onwards and upwards. So as you can see on the map here, we're just going to head due south to do this quest, which is called the Hunter's Horn. So we're nearly there. And of course, just following the green pip on my mini-map or the green asterisk on the mission window over to the left there. Let's kill some stuff on the way. XP is good. I must be getting close. I'm about 4/5 of the way to leveling. Hopefully a quest or two will hand in. And look, this is great now because of course we have another party member that's able to help us on the DPS front, which of course is Reggie's pet. And not only that, but she also...
More brute strength is good brute strength.
Oh, absolutely. The more DPS, the better. And not forgetting, of course, that she also has her bone horrors as long as we kill something that she's able to resurrect from. So, you know what? You could actually end up with, what, 2 bone horrors and your pet. So you got 3 pets all up already. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know how many bone horrors I could have in total. That's an interesting question.
Actually, yeah, because the more you level up, the more the number of them, I think. Is that right? I think that's how it works. Or the more skill points you put into that
wait to find
skill.
out.
Yeah. Right, so let's heal Reggie and heal the stalker, or her pet, obviously. So I ran out of energy there. There we go.
Yep, give Kitty a heal.
Give Kitty a heal. And pick up all the money, which of course, as you guys know, automatically shares amongst the whole party. And there we have some... Oh, now this is an interesting piece of gear to just point out, which is a piece of... It's probably... Where is it? I can find it. I can't find it. Oh, look at that. We've got an animated bone horror right there. What I did pick up was a piece of Grawl gear, and basically its entire purpose in the world is to be disenchanted. Oh, there it is. The Grawl long spear gear. Use a salvage kit to produce crafting material. So we can do that right away. Let's double click on the salvage kit there. Select it. Oops. Double click on the salvage kit. We just hover over that icon and it'll pop up. There we go. Salvaging that. And you can see down in the chat window there, I got 1 tanned hide square from that long spear gear. So we obviously need those for crafting later. All right. Oh, let's see if we can save the bone horror by giving it a heal. Hopefully we'll keep it alive a little bit longer. All right, onwards. Onwards, ho.
Don't call me a hoe.
You know what? As soon as I said that, I thought of that. And then I thought, no. But yes, you went there. Onwards, ho.
Of course I went there.
Good Lord. All right, now I might be getting us a bit lost here. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is the right way to go. Oh! Lots of scale. Oh,
hey, there's bears if you want to get some pelts.
That's true. Lots to be had round here. And look at that. There's waterfalls in the background. The sun rays pouring down from the sky. It's just such a lovely game. Oh! And of course, we were talking earlier about healer aggro. That's it in action there. You can see that bear just made a beeline for me because I'm a healer. And look, there's another one coming in as well. Boy, you know what? We've really started a party here. What's going on? So I'm obviously
Yeah,
going
they're definitely going to be beating us for a while.
Yep, so I'm going to start conserving my energy by just using my auto attacks and saving the energy to make sure that I've got enough to heal the party, including myself. And hopefully, of course, when I do my particular profession quest, I'll get some more healing spells as well. At the moment, I've only got one, which is a heal over time. Pretty sure that I'll end up with some upfront heals as well once we do my quest. Alright, we're definitely taking it to them. And look at that, there's a scale fin, just like Reggie was talking about earlier. Definitely want to pick that up because that's a collector's item in terms of being able to be used as currency at a collector. Wow, we did good. One more to go.
Yeah, we've done some good beating on this one.
Very nice. And let's see if we can quickly save
Thanks
that
for sharing
bone
some
horror.
gold with me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Right, this quest is really close, isn't it? Must be just up ahead somewhere. I can't see the quest giver though, to be honest.
Well, it's got to hit sort of around where the waterfalls are by the looks of it.
Yeah, maybe we'll head over there and have a quick look.
Grab some gold on our way.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, now this, I know why it is. It's because look, it's the healing spring.
Healing spring.
There we go. Whoops, and there's the timer. So, healing spring. So if we look at our quest now, we've purified the horn. Now we have to go to the fishing village south of the tower in Wizard's Folly and deliver the purified horn to Aiden. Alright, so the map is telling us to carry on going. You can see there's a green arrow there. We've just run out of time for the episode, but you know what? I think we've got enough time to just scoot through here and hand in our quest. What do you reckon? Make our way up the river.
It needs a bit of... Yeah, we need a bit of closure.
I agree. Can't leave this as a cliffhanger.
No.
Alright, now I'm getting a pummeling, so I need to pop a heal on myself. So, while we're making our way out of here, what sort of skills did you get, by the way? Because you said you got some new ranger skills.
Well, it looks like I've got 2 of the skills in the Beast Mastery category. I've got to comfort animal, so it means that Hello Kitty can have a bit of healing while he's while he's encountering some mobs. And the other one is the charm animal, of course, which is how I acquired Hello Kitty.
Right. Gosh, Hello. You know what? You have to see if you can rename your pet, because that would be hilarious. But okay, that's good that as a ranger you do...
I'll work on that one.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. It's good that as a ranger you do get an ability to be able to actually heal your pet. And of course, like you said, the fact that you've actually got a charm ability, some of you may think, well, hang on, why would we bother with that? Because, you know, she's already got herself a pet, so we don't need to charm anything. Well, I'm taking it that's if you want to charm another charmable animal that isn't a tiger. Would that be right? Pretty sure that's the way it works.
It could be, and it'd be interesting to see if I can have more than one charmed animal or if I have to make a choice.
Yeah, that's a good point too. No doubt we'll find that out.
You know, Sophie's choice.
Yes, Sophie's choice. Right. In this case, it's Reggie's choice. Now, by the way, my inventory is full. I'm going to drop some stuff. Don't know if you want to pick it up, but you're welcome to. Right, let's have another double check of our map. So we have to head to the left after we get out of this delta in the river. Our grand adventure. Going to have a little quick check at my XP. And look at that, we're about 95% of the way to leveling up. Hopefully finally be able to catch up to Reggie, who's already hit level 5.
Yeah, but of course then I'll just be on my way to level 6.
Yeah, and you love that, don't you?
I do.
We'll see how much you love it when I accidentally forget to heal somebody. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Now,
hi, Sambo.
Yeah, hi, I'm your best friend all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Here we go, over the portal into Wizard's Folly, which you may well remember is where we started this episode. So it's come a nice complete circle. We've come full circle around, and looks like we're to the south. Looks like, hang on, where's
we've come a different way than how we came.
Yeah. So I think we're able to make our way down the river, aren't we, in order to get to the fishing village?
It looks like the river is wadeable.
Alright, let's see. I honestly can't remember. I may be leading us on a wild goose chase, but who knows? Oh no, look, there's a fishing village.
Oh, there is a fishing village.
Although, having said
Well,
that...
see, I haven't started with a ranger before, so...
Oh. The problem is, though...
This is all new to me.
But the little pip on our mini-map appears to be pointing at a different fishing village, so that's interesting.
Big river, more than one village.
Yeah, I suppose. Alright, so we'll just go around the long way. Gee, it really does look pretty though. I mean, these textures are pretty high res, and I think we mentioned
tree
earlier
spider.
the game actually scales really well. So even if you don't have a super duper, oh yeah, you're right. Even if you don't have a super duper computer, you're still pretty much going to be able to play Guild Wars on almost anything. In fact, I've got a lot of friends who play it on a very low level laptop. And it runs just fine, and the graphics scale very well, and it still looks very pretty. So, yet another
because
reason.
The game is 6 years old. You'd find that with the graphics that even a laptop has these days, it would definitely keep up.
Yeah, you did right. Oh, another giant needle spider. Oh, he was poisoning me, and there we go. We've bumped into Aiden, and hopefully this will level me. Yes, there we are. Yay, that's a good way to end the episode. Very nice. We're both level 5. That also means I should be able to open my K screen. Yes, there it is. And I'm going to put another point into healing prayers, because like I said earlier, I really do want to concentrate on that. And of course, because it cost me about 5 points to put that 1 point into my healing prayers, I've got no more to distribute to the rest of my particular attributes. But so when you focus on one, of course, it is at the expense of another. Now, have you handed in, Reggie?
I have indeed.
All right. So that means we've got no more active quests. So for now, we can probably map travel back. Where would you like to go? Ashford Abbey? Actually, I wouldn't mind if we go to Ashford Abbey, because that means in our next episode we can pick up with my profession training. Is that okay?
All right, we'll do something for you.
Oh gosh, thank you very much. And of course, we have to leave the party because we're map traveling. Perhaps one day we might actually be able to find out exactly why that is. I'm sure we'll be able to look it up on the wiki. In fact, that's another thing I keep forgetting to tell you guys if you're watching at home and you're new to the game, and that is that there's a fantastic resource on the web literally called guildwarswiki.com. That is absolutely by far the most amazing resource for all things Guild Wars. If you've got any questions at all, that's where you need to go. Now, Reggie, what district did you end up in, by the way?
I have not actually gone to a district yet.
That'd be why you're not here, I imagine. And of course, this is Brother Menlo, who will become very familiar to you as you play through the game. This is where I need to do my monk skills quest, but we won't do that now. We'll do that next time. Oh, and of course, that's the other thing, Reggie. We did pick up another quest for the catacombs, so this is actually a really good place for us to leave off.
Yeah, there was a catacombs there, wasn't there?
Yep, so it's perfect timing. And of course, there's also a merchant here, so time for us, and there's Reggie there, let's invite her to the group just because we can. Nice opportunity to sell off our gear. Ornate buckler.
Oh, I haven't got Hello Kitty with me.
Oh, so obviously
Could
she
that
doesn't...
be because we're in a hub?
Yeah, maybe she doesn't make it through, or he doesn't make it through to a hub. I guess that's the case. Actually, I guess that would make sense because, of course, our weapons don't show either. Now, I have a bow here, by the way. It's called the Longbow of Fortitude. Piercing damage 7 to 10, health plus 10, and damage plus 15%, while your health is full.
Ding, 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 ding.
You want it? I take it that you want it?
Yes, please.
Yes, we'll be nice to her. And of course, just reminding you guys of the trading screen, just click on the trade button next to them. Let's find the bow. There it is. We'll offer it to her. Submit offer. And hopefully she'll be able to accept that and get a better bow than what she's got. There we go.
Oh, it's very pretty.
Yay. All right, folks. Well, I think that about wraps up this week's episode. We're very sorry that you missed our roaming around the Wizard's Folly in the snow down here, but at least we went back and had a quick look. We've been all the way over here to Regent Valley, and you can see that we've uncovered a very small part of it. There's still lots on this map that needs to be uncovered, as you can see. Next episode, we'll head towards Brother Menlo and start doing my profession quest, so hopefully we get some more heals and some more monk skills. But in the meantime, Reggie, thank you so much for joining me once again in this episode. I hope you had fun.
It's always a pleasure.
Oh, I'm so glad. And I hope you guys had fun too, of course, and that you'll join us in our next episode. So until then, take care, have a great day. And oh, look at that, a bow. I guess I should do the same thing, shouldn't I? Hang on. Where are my manners? There we go. Take care, and until next time, we shall see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.